right, welcome to Talking Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to go through our Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner weekly update. So this is going to be for the week ended 5/5/2023. So obviously, Bitcoin's traded over the weekend, and now it's Monday. But I want to take a look at all the activity for all the Bitcoin miners and Bitcoin. Last week, we do this every single week on the channel. So let's get going. The first chart, as always, is week over week. This is the second week in a row. This chart has been relatively calm. So I know it feels like Bitcoin's all over the place and we're up and we're down and there's wild swings, but in reality, for the last several weeks, we've been very sideways inside of a range. Yes, there have been swings up and down, but for the most part, we've been sideways inside of a range, and this chart has been the least volatile as it's been all year long. So I'm going to show you a couple of things right off the bat. Okay, so here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin was up 1% on the week. So obviously that is a small move, but you're going to see a lot of other small moves. Look at this giant group in the middle that's 0 or 1 or 2 or 3%. And the reason I want to show you that is I'm going to go to last week's chart. So last week we had the same thing. This is becoming a trend a couple of weeks in a row here with Bitcoin up 1%. Still, most of these were in the red this week. So the Bitcoin miners did lag behind Bitcoin a little bit for the week. Let's start out by talking for the winner on the week, which is BitDigital. I'm not sure that's happened in the last year. So BitDigital, actually their performance has been very, very steady and strong. We don't talk about them a lot on this channel. Let me know if you'd like to hear a deep dive. You can drop that in the comments because they do have stuff going on. And this is a healthy company with a healthy balance sheet. They're just a much, much smaller company than they used to be. And I'm not sure what the level of interest is, but they are the winners this week. They were up 19% on a week where Bitcoin was up 1%. Iris Energy was down 7%. I did start a position, an opening position in Iris Energy last week. That is just for your information. That is not financial advice. Obviously, you guys need to make your own buying decisions. Cypher and Riot have been some of the leaders on the year, so they did pull back a little bit this week, but when we go to the year to date, you're going to see they've been some of the stronger performers, and they're two of the three largest by market cap, Marathon being the second largest by market cap. About half of you are still not yet subscribed, so if you enjoy this content, please remember to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Okay, so let's go right to that year to date. Every single one of the Bitcoin miners is up on the year. Also, you will see Bitcoin in gold here, it's up 79% on the year. That was through Friday. Almost every single Bitcoin miner has beat Bitcoin substantially in price activity this year, some of which are 2x, 3x, 4x's, almost a 5x. And then there are a few companies that are lagging behind, but they are still positive on the year. So Argo Blockchain is up 31% this year. There are two companies that I have a lack of confidence in this space. Argo Blockchain, I'm just not sure where they're going. I don't think they're in trouble as a business. I just don't know where they're going from here. They don't seem to have a growth plan. They've really had to shrink a lot to stay alive. They've been very sideways. They've underperformed versus their peers. They're up 31% this year. The other one is Gree. Same situation. I'm just not sure where they go next from here. They may have a plan. It may unfold and it may be great, but those two are the ones that I have the least confidence in right now. Okay, so then we get to Stronghold is up 101%, and all the rest of these are up at least a double on the year. So CleanSpark is now finally over 100% on the year at 106%. Mawson at 109%. Hut at 121, Hive at 122. So to me, this group right here in this 100 to 122% range, they're underperforming their peers a little bit because Bitcoin was up almost 80%, so they're almost on par with Bitcoin. So no real leverage to the upside out of those guys yet. So to me, I do expect that some of these will be winners, and there's some opportunity in this group, in my opinion. Then we jump up to Bitfarms up 164%, so that's a 2x leverage, but still not very strong. TerraWolf up 176%. They are on a roll, so the last about 6 weeks, they've been very, very strong. They started the year slowly, and they've been on a tear ever since. Iris Energy is up almost 200%. Marathon's up over 200%. Then you have Riot at 240%. Remember, up 200% is a 3x from where they were trading. So these companies are more than the 3x. BitDigital, they're up 293%. That's almost a 4x. Cypher's up 295%. Now, Cypher is a large market cap. That's the third largest market cap out of all the Bitcoin miners. If you enjoy this content and you want to help me keep doing this on a daily basis, you can hit the join button and become a member. It's only $5 per month. The join button is right next to the subscribe button on the YouTube page. There are a bunch of members-only videos that are waiting for you, so there's a big library of content. In addition to that, we have a members-only live stream once a week every Tuesday after the market closes. Members get to pick a company for me to do a deep dive on. Also, we have a members-only Discord that I'm quite active on a daily basis as well. I want to take this opportunity to thank all the existing members. I really appreciate it. It does make a difference, and welcome any new members. Bitcoin hit $25,000 in February of 2023. That was the first time it had done so since August of 2022. So all of the Bitcoin miners hit a local high at that time. So now 28,000 has been holding strong. We've been as high as 31,000. But most of these companies are in red since then. We'll start at the top. TeraWulf, like I had talked about earlier, TeraWulf has had a great couple of months. So they got a slow start and they've been on a tear. So they're up 144% over where they were in February. That's by far the #1 performance over the last couple of months. And again, that's against Bitcoin's 17% improvement. So big leverage play there. Riot, which is the largest market cap of all of the Bitcoin mining companies, they were up 48% over their February highs. So very, very strong performance in this period of time. BitDigital, 35%. Marathon, which is the second largest market cap company, they were up 21%. So they did outperform Bitcoin by a little bit over that period of time. All the rest of the Bitcoin miners have underperformed. CleanSpark was very close. Cypher was very close. If we go to the other end of the spectrum, you'll see at the bottom, minus 57% and minus 56%. Those are the two companies that I have been talking about that I have a lack of confidence. Then you'll see Iris Energy is still 29% away from where it was at its February highs. So to me, like I said, I opened a position here. So for me, I think there's opportunity. You guys got to do your own due diligence. No one of these charts tells the whole story. So I don't make a decision because I see one opportunity on one chart. But it does give me ideas to make a watch list to look at the rest of the charts and analyze a stock and see if, in the grand scheme, in the big picture, is there opportunities out there? And there usually is in there somewhere. Okay, this chart is backed by popular demand. This one I would caution everybody to be careful on. This compares where all these stocks were on Friday, May 5th versus where each one of these was at in November of 2021 when Bitcoin was at its all-time high. So this is the total pullback that these stocks have had. And you're going to see Bitcoin itself is down 57% off of its all-time high from November of 2021. Some of these stocks will never, ever get back to their all-time highs from November of 2021. So it's important to bear that in mind. I do believe there are several of these stocks that will get past their all-time high from November of 2021. So, even if they're down 87 or 90%, if they're going to get back to their all-time high or beyond that, that leaves a massive room to the upside. That's the potential 7Xs, 10Xs, 15Xs. So I think they exist in here, but I would be careful because some of these stocks may not make it, not only may not make it back to their all-time high, but they may not make it at all as a company. So this I give for your information only, and I would say be very careful with this because this information can be a little misleading. Okay, the last chart I want to look at is market cap by company. So just bear in mind, I get all these numbers off of Yahoo Finance. I do double check some of these numbers off of the company's own website, but these are not necessarily perfect, but they're usually reasonably close. So just bear that in mind as we talk about this. So companies have been jumping around this list. However, this week, the top 10 remained identical to the previous week. So nobody moved up or down this list. So this top 10 seems to be locked in for the time being. I do believe this will change throughout the year 2023. I think there will be some companies that break into this top 10. Obviously, therefore, a few will fall out, and some will move up and down the list from where their current spot is. But at the moment, this is back-to-back weeks that 1 through 10 remained identical, and 11 is a pretty distant far behind. And then I put Argo Blockchain on here because that's the 12th largest by market cap, and you can see that is substantially behind. That's about 1/3 the market cap of 10th place. So some of those companies may grow. Some of those may jump onto this list. So if they do, I'll try and keep my eye on the top 10 and those that are just outside of that. But I'm going to keep this list to 10 from now on. Okay, so in order, number one, Riot is just a little bit under $2 billion. They remain in number one. They've been the largest market cap for several months now. I will say Marathon over the years tends to flip-flop with Riot between first and second place. They were the first two publicly traded Bitcoin companies on the NASDAQ in the United States, so they did have a big head start on these other companies. I do think a lot of companies will catch up to them over time. There are other companies on this list that are performing very similarly to them operationally speaking, and there are others that are growing fast, so this will get closer over time in my opinion, but for now, we still see those two just far and away in first and second place. In third place is Cypher, where they've been for quite some time now, almost all year this year. They're at $591 million. Even Cypher at third place is only about a third of the size of Marathon in second place. So you can see a gigantic difference. And then fourth place is Hut, and that falls down to $416 million. TeraWulf is in fifth at $342 million. TeraWulf's ahead of CleanSpark at $328 million. CleanSpark is the third largest company from an operational standpoint. They have the third largest exahash. They mine the third most Bitcoin. However, for whatever reason, they're the sixth largest by market cap, so you guys can dig into that deeper and see if you think that makes sense or not. Bitfarms remains in seventh place at $277 million. I think everybody knows on the channel I hold CleanSpark and Bitfarms. I hold larger positions in those, and those are my two high conviction plays, but again, not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Hive Blockchain remains in 8th place, Iris Energy in 9th, and then Bit Digital rounds it out in 10th place. So for back-to-back weeks, this top 10 list is the same. There was not massive volatility this week, so it's not like any of these companies went up or down drastically in market cap. So this list looks pretty similar to the way it did last week. So we'll keep our eye on this. We'll see if there's any big movers this week. We've got 2 weeks in a row that have been pretty calm and steady. So let's see if that breaks. We'll wait and see what's for the week ahead. And obviously we'll be doing updates all week, and then I'll update this again next weekend. So thanks so much for joining. Remember to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next video.